Oh hey, Virtuafriend. Good to see you again. The time change has messed everybody up. A lot of the late night crowd has already come in, though excuse me if I sound a little drained. It's almost closing time, but you're always welcome to kick it and hang out for a bit. I actually just watched something the other day, and it's still been eating me up. When was the last time a figure of your inspiration just fell through? Like someone you looked up to just kept taking wrong turn after wrong turn. Mike Clume, a relatively new creator on YouTube, produced a documentary on Boogie2988. If you haven't seen it, I really think it's worth a watch. Boogie, real name Stephen J. Williams, is a 49-year-old content creator who has been on YouTube since 2006. He started out with skits with an alternate personality named Francis, and was the epitome of a fat gamer guy. He drank Mountain Dew, played World of Warcraft, and of course, flipped tables while playing Magic. This soon morphed into wholesome content with bits of his personal life here and there. Over the years, Boogie's talked about his struggles with weight loss, depression, and anxiety. He also discussed his relationship with fans and how he's been able to use his platform to help others. For a time, it was really worthwhile. He was a figure you could look up to, but looking back, it really wasn't destined to last. If you Google Steven now, you'll see controversy after controversy. On Twitch, there was everything from some good came from the Holocaust to making fun of a deceased friend, and then from this came a Reddit thread titled Exposing Boogie. We saw it unravel with his divorce, abuse allegations, thoughts in the LGBT plus community, and most notably, e-begging. I remember the moment I was proud to finally see him win the 2016 Trending Gamer of the Year award. It's crazy to think that the same Boogie I saw walking up that stage is the same one spreading toxicity and manipulation across the internet today. I want to first talk about Mike Clume. If you look at his YouTube channel, there's only the documentary and the trailer. His Twitter page is quiet. The same goes for his Instagram. It could be that he archived most of his earlier posts, but it was still strange at first. I was able to find news articles referencing him based out of Cleveland, Ohio. Video producer and entrepreneur, CEO of Clume Creative, a video production company that he founded in 2012. He dropped out of Miami University at 18 to pursue his passion for filmmaking. Apparently, he bought his first camera at $600 and cold called companies hoping to make videos for them. This sounds like a TikTok inspiration for sure, but this was before that time. His company has produced videos for a variety of clients like Nike, Coca-Cola, and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Passionate advocate for the power of video to tell stories and connect with people. He's also apparently a frequent speaker at Forbes and Inc. 8 years later, 20 full-time employees, and over $3 million in sales. Pretty successful, and that was just in 2019. I'm not discounting his efforts here. I just honestly haven't seen him talked about personally. Whatever he's doing, I hope he finds solid ground on YouTube. If he continues to use his crew, expertise, and style, his only path is up. The toughest part of the platform isn't quality, but quantity. You could have a banger 1 minute and fall down the rabbit hole a month later. It's so hard to root for Boogie, even through this entire documentary. It's got a stamp of approval, but it doesn't help gain any ground for his community. I'm so dumbfounded as to why he would let this happen in the first place. Multiple people interviewed have said that there's no up with his current predicament. The old fans won't come back, and the toughest part to all of it is his expenses already passed his savings by the time we meet him. I looked at his current uploads after the documentary, and he's still digging a hole deeper and deeper for himself. The burning question throughout the entire documentary is, how is Steven going to move forward? We saw a small burning sense of inspiration when he had his fight against Wings of Redemption in Keemstar's boxing match, but for all of it, nothing has really changed. I still get a bad taste in my mouth. I don't want to root for him because it honestly feels like he's still letting us down. Still letting me down. I dislike how parasocial it all feels when I talk about it out loud, but in a way, this reaction is just that. A reaction to how he's divulged his life and his inner personality over the years. We thought Francis was all fun and games until Francis and Steven turned out to be the same person. How are you really supposed to feel when the persona you watched for years turns out to be just another shitty person? We followed him through his marriage, divorce, life updates, all because he willingly shared it with us. The part of the documentary that really hit it home for me was the expenses popping up every so often. No matter how you excuse what he's buying at that moment, the next mortgage payment is only so far away. I can't sum it up better than a YouTube comment I saw. He's not living in poverty. He's living above his means. A life of excess with no solid backing. The only thing for certain is it's all going to crumble. The real question is, who's going to pull down with him? The documentary feels like a horror movie at times. The dark setting of his living room, the studio, or even in people's offices. They're either only lit by the TV in front of them or the sliver of light coming through a window. When people are giving their honest takes about Boogie, there's no door or exit. There's no escape. I felt cramped while Boogie was being interviewed, especially when a synopsis of the recent expenses and net worth popped up here and there. Listen, I'm not fruitful with my expenses by any means. I have my own business, my own place. Expenses are anxiety-ridden for me. Even though I keep a tab on my savings literally daily, all it really takes is a medical bill or something outside the norm to make or break all of this. Earlier this year, I had a debt collection agency call me because I was apparently late on a payment. Sure, it was just a hospital's hiccup and it was fixed shortly, but I still freaked out. I can only imagine how Boogie's feeling through all of this. Or actually, I don't think he feels the same way we do. We're used to Boogie trying to make his community and surrounding bubble feel sorry for him, like he feeds off of feeling pathetic. In turn, someone donates to him. E-begging 101. The narrative he always pushes is that it's inevitable and his time has passed. His clock is ticking and it's almost up. There's nothing he can do. It comes across as manipulative, and any question leads to, you're attacking me on a personal level. The same personal level he welcomes to his community. The documentary honed in on that. The other comments on the documentary were about his recent partner. I honestly don't feel comfortable sharing it, but I just want to preface by saying it's the same manipulative and toxic behavior Boogie is known for. Only this time, it's a fan who reached out to him personally, and in turn, he used that parasocial behavior to progress the relationship. She's 20, he's 49. It just makes you feel nauseous. Nowadays, your 20s are really about you trying to make it on your own. A lot of my friends return to their parents or haven't even left the nest. Bills are insane, and high school teaches you nothing about the real world. You're really still dumb and just a teenager until you're almost 30. I mean, you can't even rent a car in some places until you're 27. I don't even want to start on credit scores. Normally, during the documentary, you're just peeking through the keyhole, totally hands off. A look at the life of someone you care about. Mike, though, went above and beyond to try and help Boogie. He scheduled a mock interview, and Boogie just threw it to the side. Immediately lays off everything bad about himself, and even some of the alleged conduct. He self-sabotages everything by trying to make the interviewer feel sorry for him. But she throws it aside. It's her job to pick apart everything, and you made it easy for her. The dumbest part was, it wasn't even a real interview. It was just a mock interview. If I didn't know anything about Boogie, I could still bet money that he got this far by making others feel sorry for him. I can't. Works until you're on your own. I knew people like this growing up, and I had to separate from them, from my inner circle, before they consumed me. Those people they're still in the same place I left them. Saying I can't, and letting their way of life destroy them piece by piece. It's okay to help others, but charity does not always grant clarity. I hope Steven finds some clarity in his life, but I don't think he will. I wish his new relationship and financial standing good fortune, but I would not be sad if it crumbles. He took advantage of the people around him. And when those people left, he turned to the community. I'm glad Mike gave some insight to Steven's day-to-day life, but honestly, it just validates what we already thought was happening. Steven is an ass who thrives off of feeling pathetic. Oh man, look at the time. We've been talking way too long. The register's already closed, so don't worry. Snacks are on me. Appreciate you taking the time to listen and listen to me just rant, basically. It's tough, you know? Watching the ones you care about, just throw it all away. If you ever need a hand or just someone to listen to while you rant, I'm always here for you, Virtuafriend. See you next time.